December 2004, their first encounter went something like this. Mau asked, "Where are you from?" To Erwin's reply, "I'm Dutch." So Mauricio very enthusiastically said, "Shut up! I'm half Dutch, and I grew up in a Dutch community in Brazil." And Erwin, without thinking, obviously, said, "Why?" Mau answered, "Because I was born there." So, and they were inseparable ever since. I mean, they actually got married only 9 months after they met. How crazy is that? And how are they actually still together? Well, that's an easy question to answer. It is simply how it is. They are meant to be together. They are partners for life. So now I'd like to ask Ben to share a few words with us as well. Ben.
You're on the spot.
Ben.
Nou kijk je net de andere kant op. Er. Cheese!
One step up on the technology here.
That's why I said paper.
It does mean today I'm a printer at home. Well, first of all, may I say that I'm very honoured to be asked to stand up and speak today. When Maurice and Erwin asked me to do their speech at their 10-year wedding anniversary celebration, I asked them what sort of thing they'd actually like me to say. And they told me, "Oh, we'd like a mixture of amusing and serious comments." Having relayed this information back to my better half, Aaron, I was quickly under very strict instructions not to have a drink until after the speech.
Thanks,
I was then faced with a conundrum entirely unique to the British, trying to express emotions about a great friendship whilst staying sober. And also without the assistance of PowerPoint. Anyway, here goes. No, never done a speech at a wedding before, so I decided the best thing to do in these situations, of course, is to Google it. I'd like to share with you some of the tips that I've found. Number one, tell the couple how honoured you are to be asked to speak. I think I managed to get that one right at least. Number two, keep it short. Well, if truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron has me well under the thumb on that one too. I will not be going on very long. Number three, praise the bridesmaids on how lovely they look. I reckon we can skip that one. Number four, praise the bride too. Mention how lovely she looks. Pretty sure you look lovely. Well, number five. Not impressed. Number five, poke fun at the groom. And just where do I begin? I first met Mauricio and Erwin in particularly unusual circumstances. In 2011, it was a beautifully calm and peaceful day. We were all very elegantly dressed, sipping virgin margaritas, contemplating the finer things in life. If you believe that, I don't believe anything. I may have had a couple of pints, and Mauricio and Erwin may have been prancing around in uncharacteristically small swimming trunks. The sun adorning their stunning bodies in swathes of golden rays. I'm sorry if you didn't get the memo, boys. They're both still off the market. Who would have known that that moment was to be defining in my life and the start of a great friendship? The takeaway moral of this story is clearly to, one, drink plenty, and two, to prance around in small pairs of swimming trunks more often. It's a really good way of making friends. Needless to say that getting to know Erwin and Mauricio since that day has been a real pleasure. And I'm really honoured to have such loyal and trustworthy friends. As we all know, Erwin and Mauricio are very keen on travelling, and will probably have seen most of the world by the time they're in their late 30s. On one occasion I was fortunate enough to spend a weekend with Erwin and some other chaps in a yurt in Wales. For all our international guests who are not familiar with where Wales is, it's a bit like Narnia. open your door to the wardrobe, walk to the back, and then just keep on walking. We had a brilliant weekend, and Erwin became almost fluent in the local language. Unfortunately, though, Mauricio was tied up doing other things, doing ladies' things in London, and he didn't get the benefit of the exposure to the locals. On our return, Mauricio's attempt at a Welsh accent was rewarded with a very accurate evaluation. Oh, you'll get a 10 for effort, but a -3 for execution. Mauricio and Erwin have always been very interested in language. Indeed, between them they speak about 14 different languages fluently, which I find incredible as I struggle with one. Indeed, their command of English far exceeds my own, which is perhaps unsurprising given the northern origins. Mauricio's mastery of British English and the ability to not say exactly what you mean recently became very apparent when he became the only person in the world to describe my driving as bold. Everybody else just calls it bloody awful. I recently had the pleasure of taking Erwin and Mauricio, along with another very good friend of ours, Federico, to my home county of Yorkshire for a long weekend, where we spent 11 hours walking the Three Peaks in the usual equatorial sunshine that Yorkshire enjoys all year round. Northern, however, is not a language that Erwin and Mauricio have yet mastered, and I was glad to be of translation service throughout the weekend. And I'd now like to take the opportunity to present Mauricio and Erwin with a comprehensive dictionary of this lovely dialect. It's a 40-page roller coaster ride of a novel that will help you decipher exactly what the Northerners are saying. It's even printed in size font 22 so the locals can understand it. To round off, I'd just like to share a very small story from A.A. Milne's Winnie the Pooh series. Piglet asks, "How do you spell love?" Pooh's reply is perfect. You don't spell it, you feel it. And love is a language spoken by everybody, but understood only by the heart. It's not about finding the person you can live with, it's about finding the person you can't live without. And we're here today to remember that Mauricio and Erwin cannot live without each other, as witness when Erwin spent 6 weeks in New York last year, and the hashtag alone but still together relentlessly enjoyed exclusive rights at the top of everybody's Facebook feed. Everyone here is so happy for you both, and even happier that you invited us here today to share in the celebration of your long-standing commitment to each other, and of course to help you out to the bar later.
Thank you.
Okay, so now I guess we're going to the important part. So I'm going to give you the microphone and you can share your vows with us. Mauricio first.
Oh, Jesus. I did write it. I'm not going to be able to do this without crying. I love you, my baby. You're my best friend. You're my soulmate. And you're my everything. I promise to encourage and to inspire you, to laugh with you, and to comfort you in times of sorrow and struggle. I promise to love you in good times and in bad times, when life seems easy and when it seems hard, when our love is simple and when it's an effort. I promise to cherish you and to always hold you in the highest regard. And I promise to keep growing up and growing old with you, just like we've been doing the last 10 years. These things I give you today, again, and all the days of my life. I would like to finish quoting part of a poem that translates 100% of what I just said. I never knew I could feel like this, like I've never seen the sky before. I want to vanish inside your kiss. Every day I love you more and more. Listen to my heart. Can you hear it sings? Telling me to give you everything. Seasons may change, winter to spring, but I will love you until the end of time. Suddenly, the world seems such a perfect place. Suddenly it moves in such a perfect grace. Suddenly my life doesn't seem such a waste. It all revolves around you. And there is no mountain too high, no river too wide. Storm clouds may gather, but I will love you until the end of time. Come what may, I will love you until my dying day.
Can I do it? You stole like half of it, honestly. My baby. They say time flies when you have fun, but there you were 10 years ago when we met on the 30th of December. Since that day you said, well, we always said it was never love at first sight, but I think actually it might have been love at first sight. All the things you like, we just clicked and we had a connection, and all the things you like about me, it's like, or the things I don't see that you like about me, but like you just like them and it's just the way it is. Everything we've done is natural. Meeting, 2 months later, like living together, marrying after 9 months, then everything we do all the time has nothing to do with, like, we have to do it just because it's meant for us to be together. You like me for who I am, and I like everything about you. You know, you're handsome, you're just this amazing guy, and we just click and it's just great. I want to spend the rest of my life together with you. I love you. Ti amo, however long.
I was going to say now you may kiss each other, but I missed that. So I just want to ask everybody to raise your glasses and, you know, celebrate with us. I'm sorry.
Do you think it's personal?
Yes. Dude. Sorry, apologies.
Wait.
Wait. Come back. So we're going to exchange rings now. And Mauricio, do you take her ring again?
I guess.
To be your partner for life?
Yes. Yes. Again. Again.
Go ahead. Alright. Do you take Mauricio again to be your partner for the rest of your life?
Yes. 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 Again.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yay! So,
Now.
yes, now.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
yeah, okay. I told you from the beginning I was
I know you
nervous, so
forgot.
obviously I was going to forget something. So,
Oh, is that for us? Oh, wow.
and everybody raise your glasses to celebrate again the 10 years, their 10-year anniversary, and let's clap together. Thank you. Where's my glass?
Where's your glass?
I was talking to drinks from by your sister.
Yeah, let's get drunk!
Yeah!